Hi everyone, we certainly are living in unpredictable times with COVID-19. Really, who could have foreseen what was going to happen, that something like this would just come upon the world, come upon societies all around the world, and just so radically affect how we're living our lives with employment, with shopping, with social distancing, with churches being greatly restricted from being able to meet and even having home group meetings and so on. It really has come upon us, but there's something we can be encouraged in, a number of things of course from the Bible, but one I'd like to just pinpoint is the Psalms. The Psalms are a real treasure trove of encouragement. They're great to read when life's going good. They're great to read when life is tough and unpredictable. And the Psalms have a lot to say to us that are very relevant to what we're going through at the moment. For example, Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God." Isn't that so relevant to the situation we're in, that we can just be still, we can have poise, we needn't be fretting or stressed or buzzing around like a fly in a bottle. We can just be still and know that He is God. What about Psalm 37 verse 7? "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him." That is so applicable to what we're going through, just to rest in the Lord and just to believe He has a plan, He's in control, and we're not waiting for the doctors, we're not waiting for a vaccine, we are waiting for Him to intervene in His time. Then we can go over to Psalm 91. This also is very applicable to what we're going through. Psalm 91 verse 1, it's just a treasure. "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." Isn't that so encouraging? Then from Psalm 93 across to Psalm 103, there's a real strong emphasis on the kingship of God. There's statements like, "The Lord reigns. Your throne is established from of old. Say among the nations, the Lord reigns. You, O Lord," Psalm 102, "you're enthroned forever." Psalm 99, "The Lord reigns. The King in His might loves justice." Just such a strong emphasis on the fact that God is on the throne. He is the one who is in control. Psalm 103, "The Lord has established His throne in the heavens and His kingdom rules over all." What if though you are going through a particularly difficult time? I mean, I suppose with COVID-19, some of us have been touched a little bit by it. Some have been touched very deeply with the loss of loved ones or extreme isolation and extreme loneliness. What if you're at the extreme end and this has been a very sore trial for you and it's just difficult to cope with? We can go to great promises and real comforts like Psalm 121. "I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth." What an encouragement that is. Down a few verses in verse 5, "The Lord is your keeper." Verse 7, "The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going in and your coming out from this time forth and forevermore." Friends, the Psalms, they're always a blessing. But just as we read them in the midst of the situation we're going through, they are so full of comforting promises. May God encourage you. May God encourage me as we read the Psalms. Let's keep praying for each other as we go through this situation and supporting each other and pointing each other back to the Word of God, which really does give us a lot of comfort and strength for our souls in this situation. God bless you.